Crossovers and SUVs are everywhere these days, and car enthusiasts typically aren't fans of them. That doesn't mean there aren't fun ones though, and today we're going to count down what our favorite 10 on sale today are. Number 10, the Dodge Durango SRT. With a 475 horsepower Hemi V8, it's hard not to like the Durango SRT. This big SUV also has 3 rows of seating and a towing capacity of 8,700 pounds, ensuring it's both fun to drive and practical. Number 9, the Volvo XC60. Volvos are hardly driver's cars, but the XC60 manages to be very fun to drive thanks to its responsive 2-liter twin-charge engine, which makes 250 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. The hybrid version with this engine also makes a healthy 400 horsepower and 472 pound-feet of torque, which makes for one very fun commuter indeed. Number 8, the BMW X3. The BMW X3 is a genuinely fun to drive crossover with impressive handling dynamics and a good powertrain selection. The model most car enthusiasts will be interested in, the M40i, feels legitimately fast thanks to its 355 horsepower inline-6 engine, quick-shifting transmission, and all-wheel drive. Number 7, the Audi SQ5. With all-wheel drive and a 3-liter supercharged V6 engine making 354 horsepower, the Audi SQ5 will hustle from 0 to 60 in just 5.1 seconds. It's yet another entry in the growing performance crossover segment, and a very strong one at that. Number 6, the Mercedes-AMG GLA 45. The GLA 45 may just be a little compact with a 2-liter, but it manages to put up some huge numbers. It makes 375 horsepower from its Turbo 4, which enables a 0 to 60 mph sprint of just 4.3 seconds. It's also much smaller than any of the other entries on this list, making it quick and nimble through the corners too. Number 5, the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. The Grand Cherokee SRT has the same 6.4-liter V8 and all-wheel drive system as the Durango SRT, but is packed into a slightly smaller and more luxurious package. It can't tow as much as the Durango, but for most folks, it'll be a lot more fun to drive. Number 4, the Mazda CX5. The Mazda CX5 isn't overly fast, but it's still plenty of fun to drive thanks to its tidy handling dynamics. It's also relatively affordable, especially compared to other vehicles on this list. So if you want a fun crossover but are on a budget, this is the entry for you. Number 3, the Jaguar FPace. The FPace looks a bit like an F-Type on stilts and has the handling and driving dynamics to back it up. It can be had with a 296 horsepower 2-liter turbo, a 380 horsepower supercharged V6, or, if you really like to go fast, a 550 horsepower 5-liter V8. We also found the steering feel to be crisp and responsive in our brief time spent with the SUV. Number 2, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. The Stelvio, even in 2-liter trim, feels almost absurdly sporty for a crossover. The steering is responsive, the engine is torquey, and the paddle shifters for the transmission are very Ferrari-esque. If the 300 horsepower 2-liter is a bit sluggish for your taste, there's also the 505 horsepower Stelvio Quadrifoglio, which is easily one of the fastest crossovers around a circuit on sale today. Number 1, the Porsche Macan. It should be no surprise that Porsche's small crossover is fun to drive. It has the handling performance you'd expect of a vehicle with a Porsche badge, and also offers up plenty of power thanks to its available 440 horsepower 3-liter twin-turbo V6. The Macan is also a bit lighter than the Cayenne, making it more fun through the corners. Do you agree with our performance SUV and crossover picks? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss one of our videos.